Hey guys, welcome to my stream of Forza Horizon 4. Sorry for the audio today. My mic on my headset broke, so I'm using this tiny thing here on my collar. I don't know if the audio is actually good, but I just wanted to hop into Forza Horizon and do a quick stream today. Yeah, right now I'm just cruising around with my Porsche 918 Spider. I haven't played this game too much yet. I only bought it 2 days ago. I think I played it about 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. But yeah, I got the Porsche cheap yesterday, so not much experience, but I just want to progress through the story. As you can see here right now on the map, I haven't done that many events yet. I'm only I think I'm level 5, let me see, level 6 actually, as you can see in the top right, top left corner, sorry. So yeah, wait, I wanted to go to the next event, which would be the street racing series right here. Let's drive there. Sorry about the audio being in German. It doesn't want to change my audio settings despite me telling it to do. There's a couple of things wrong. For example, I'm driving here on a controller and not with my wheel because it doesn't register my pedals. I have the Fanatic Club Sport V3 pedals with my Thrustmaster TX wheel, but despite the fact that Forza officially said in their forums that they want to support multi-USB devices, when I go into the control settings, it doesn't save my pedals, so I can't accelerate, brake, or use the clutch at any way. They said they're working on a patch right now for the controller issue, but I don't know why the language doesn't save. I mean, there is no option in the menu. The only way to change the language right now is through the Windows settings, actually, with the region and language setting to set them to a different language, which it actually is in my case, but it doesn't change it, so sorry about that. But I think most of the stuff that is written on the screen or is being said by somebody, it should be quite understandable. I'm probably gonna skip over or actually I'm not gonna skip over the little cutscenes because I want to watch them. I'm just gonna give you a quick translation at the end of things to kind of get you guys knowing what is being talked about in the game. Oh, overshot my goal there. Quick 180. And yeah, let's go racing.
Du kannst jedes Rennen im Koop oder
right now I'm just
mit Fahrern, die du aus deiner Sitzung einlädst.
Yeah, thanks. I know that. Yeah, basically she told me I can't do it with others.
Sehen wir uns mal die Horizon Blaupausen an.
I don't
Damit
care.
habe ich unseren alten Festivalboss in Australien rumspielen lassen. Aber der ist nicht hier und so muss ich schauen, ob es ein frisches Blaupausentalent gibt.
Well, it's basically the blueprint event in Horizon, and I just want to do the event actually. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do it with the Ford Focus RS, my start car, by the way. I know my character doesn't look anything like me, but there wasn't any default characters there that would resemble me in any way, so I just took that guy. But yeah, now I just want to race. Yeah, please start it. On the starting line. And yeah, just to let you know, I have pretty much all of my assists off other than the automatic shifting, because I don't like shifting on a controller. I would put it on if I race with my wheel, but there is pretty much everything else is off or to simulated. I have all the damage on. I have traction control and ABS off. I got the steering to simulation, all that stuff. I think my difficulty is expert, I think, or above average, I'm not sure. I think I raised it to expert because above average was just a little bit too weak for me, and now there's actually a little bit of a challenge, and I'm saying that as I'm in fourth and driving really badly, but that's alright. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I got the rewinds off, so if I make a mistake, either I lose the race or I have to restart it. I'm not a big fan of restarting, so I'll just go for it, but I think my car has a little bit of damage because it's not accelerating too well right now out of the corners. I think it might be the right front, and now I'm tapping the wall again. Not the greatest race right now. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with, I believe it's the transmission or the clutch. That's one thing I'd really love to see in the game, when you have the damage enabled, that you'd have a map of the car of what is actually broken on the car, so you know, okay, is my left front affected, is my right rear affected, is it the engine, is it the transmission or something, is it the drive shaft, whatever, just so you know. But that's not a feature right now, but yeah, I'd love to see that in a Forza game. I mean, I think in the Forza Motorsports game, or in the games, it tells you what broke during the crash, but I haven't seen any of that in Forza Horizon 4 so far, so I'm not sure if there's any way.
Dass wir herausfinden wollen, wer der beste Straßenrennfahrer hier bei Horizon ist. Also qualifizieren sich die Schnellsten nach jeder Runde. Der Rest wird eliminiert. Willkommen in Runde 3.
Alright, so basically I just made it into round 3.
Wir sind nicht Teil des Festivals, also haben wir unsere eigenen Regeln. Die besten Fahrer kommen weiter, der Rest fliegt. So läuft das in der Horizon-Straßenszene. Tja, also, irgendwelche Einwände?
Alright, just got invited to the second street race. Which is not the same as the street racing series, if you know the game. But yeah, I think, no, that's way too far over in Edinburgh. So I think I might just go here. yeah, let's just 2.5 miles to the next event with the Ford Focus RS. I don't know why I can't use my Porsche 918 Spider. Would be a hell of a lot more fun, but the Ford Focus RS is still a really good car. It's a car that I'd really want to have in real life, because I'm a big fan of hot hatchbacks, and the Ford Focus RS is, in my opinion, the best hot hatchback right now. So that'd be one of my dream cars that I'd wanna own someday. Yeah, again, sorry for the German lessons here in the game, but as I said, no way of turning it to English right now. At least for me. I've heard of some other people that the change of region in the Windows settings actually worked, but it didn't work for me. Yeah, let's just do the race. Today I'm gonna do them all on solo. I might do a video with one of my buddies, Josh, who also has the game, to do a co-op series on Forza Horizon, just dicking around a little bit in the game, do a couple of events, and yeah, just having fun in the game. Probably a couple of funny moments, videos here and there on the channel as well. Also, maybe the occasional stream like I do right now. Today I just wanted to, yeah, kind of pop in the game. I just actually really wanted to play this game right now. So, kind of to kill time before the qualification of the US Formula 1 Grand Prix, which is in about 1.5 hours. And I think I already have damage on my car again. I might have to turn the damage off actually. It kind of, I don't like it. It's, you can't drive as hard as you wanna, and that's kind of the point of Forza as being, I mean, it's kind of an arcade game. It's not really a simulation at all. So why not have fun and turn the damage off? Because on a course like this, it's more like a rallycross style event, and just want to have some fun and not get yeah, penalized for yeah, every touch of the wall there is. And I don't know, today as soon as I start streaming, I suck at games. It's really funny. That's the first two events right now that I haven't won in Forza Horizon 4. So yeah, you might have seen my Formula 1 streams in the past. Kind of the same. As soon as I start streaming, I don't know if it's the talking or what it is, or if I'm just in the wrong mindset when I'm streaming. But all of a sudden, I'm a shitty driver. Oh, and missed that checkpoint. Yep, that's a restart. That's the one thing where I'm restarting. That's when I'm missing a checkpoint. I hope, yeah, I can change the difficulty. As you can see right now, my difficulty right here is on expert. My ABS is off. The steering is on simulation, my traction control is off, stability control is off, the shifting is automatic, the racing line is off, and now the damage, only cosmetic damage and rewinds are off. Again, sorry for the German, but that's all I can do right now. I'm gonna translate as good as I can right now, but yeah, let's try this race without the damage on, so I can race a little harder. Kind of the fun in Forza. That's just a setting that I tried out yesterday, kind of to see how good of a damage simulation it actually has. And I gotta say, it's actually pretty decent. But still, I'm not a better driver because of it. I'm still driving into walls all the time. It's just these sharp 90 degrees corners. I'm not a fan of corners like that, but I'll manage. That's well, it's actually now a good case, but one thing I also don't like in the game is that you get the same amount of credits and followers when you come last in an event as you do when you come in first, which kind of sucks because it takes away the need to win in an event. It just means you gotta finish the event. It doesn't matter how fast, how slow you are. It's the result in the end is always gonna be the same. And I mean, that's not what a racing game should be. As I mean, you should be disappointed if you're racing in 6th place like I'm doing right now, and I actually am, because I always want to win. It doesn't matter if the result at the end for the overall game is the same here. For me, I want to be in first. I want to finish first. So I'll try to get a little bit better around here and get the guys. I don't know what happened there. It sounded like the engine cut off there. I don't know if it came across on the stream, but for me it sounded like the engine went off for a second. Yeah, I can't get the power down around these corners. And one thing I forgot to say is the Focus RS is the stock Focus RS right now. I haven't upgraded it. I haven't done any tuning on it. It's just the stock car that you can get at the beginning of the game. So nothing too spectacular there. Actually, I have the money for it, so I might just go into the car menu and do the upgrading stuff as I get up to level 7. But yeah, getting them followers. And got a wheel spin for leveling up. Let's see what I get here. Come on, give me something good. 170 credits, that's nice. Over 400k. Yeah, I'm using the design of somebody. Actually, I'm gonna like it. Why not? It's just an orange car, but it looks pretty cool.
Ich habe die Satellitenkarten nach Scheunen in der Nähe des Festivals abgesucht und wirklich eine gefunden. Was ist? Ich meine, statistisch gesehen besteht eine gute Chance, dass da ein Klassiker drin steht.
Alright, so just for finding the, yeah, I don't know if you call it, what do you call it, barn finds, yeah, there it is. Just Forgot the word for a second there. Yeah, I wanted to go to upgrade my car. I think I gotta go to the festivals or not the map. I think I can't do it from out of here. I don't think. Yeah, I can't. Gotta go to the festival. Yeah, let's just fast travel there. Don't want to waste too much time. Alright, let's... as I've said, I'm just new to the game. Upgrades and tuning. Individual upgrades. To the engine. Intake. Injection. Ignition. Exhaust. I'm just gonna level it all up. Getting it to the max right now. Just putting it all the race stuff in there. Brakes, racing brakes, suspension. Gonna go with. I quite like the drift ones. Yeah, I think I'm going with the drift. Stabilizers. Wrong one. Roll cage, let's get it in there. Weight reduction. Let's get all that weight out of there. Clutch, give me that race clutch. Transmission, race transmission. Drive shaft. And differential. Let's go to the tires. I really like the Forza Horizon ones. I just like the riding on the sides of it. Let me see, does it make a difference? It does. I kind of like the rims though. I'm just gonna stick with the rims. Yeah, bigger rims, just they look cool, but it decreases the tuning values, so I'm not gonna take it. Get that arrow on. Better handling. Yeah, give me the lower one. What kind of engine? No. Just reduces my power. I think there might be. No, it's not the. Okay, change it to rear wheel drive. I don't want to do that. Wide body. Looking thick. Oh, I like that, but it really reduces my values. It's a really not. I really like the look. It really looks like a touring car, but no, I'm going for performance over looks right now. It already looks pretty cool how it is right now. Let's buy and upgrade the car. Let's see how it goes right now. Should be going a hell of a lot faster now. Yeah, now it got some power to it. Oh yeah, I like that a lot more. yeah, just test driving a little bit before I go to the next event. Kind of getting a little bit used to the car. Kind of perfect track down here through the downhill hairpins. But it really drives really nicely. Oh yeah, that thing is just really that much fun to drive. I love it. Yeah, that. Oh my god, I really like this car right now. Well, there would have been a race right at the festival. But yeah, like I said, I just want to try the car out a little bit, or wanting to try it out a little bit. Really loved it. Let's go to the next event. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than the last two. But can't do much worse. Sorry. Switching between German in the game and English on the stream right here is not that easy. Yeah, that's the other event. Right there we go. Get them brakes on. Lock him up. Solo event. Let's just start it. Oh, looking really good. I like these little spoilers just over the front wheels. Has a really good look to it. Alright, let's go. Okay, it's going a lot better than the last 2 races so far. Just gotta get the Audi in first place. And there is a chance on the inside, and just got past them. Well, they always say 3 times the charm, and now it is. That's more how I like it. First place. Let's go. Just gotta upgrade the car a little bit. Looks a hell of a lot better. Just not enough to qualify for the winter season. Alright, let's go to the next event. I'm just gonna do the street race series right now. That's the theme of today's stream, I think. But yeah, the map is just looking really good in this game. Of course, the graphics have already been really great in the, I don't care, in the Forza games. But this game, especially now that it is the fall season, it is looking really nice with all the colors. Yes, I really love just driving around the map, exploring it, looking at the visuals. Oh, missed the right turn. Alright. Nice little drive on the country roads of the UK. Oh, and into the wall. Why not? But yeah, more about the game in general. I really like the game so far. The car physics feel pretty good for the kind of game that Forza Horizon is. I think they are, compared to the Crew 2 that I played a lot, or not lately when it came out. The cars feel better, they look better. The one thing that I think that Forza lacks compared to the Crew 2 is the size of the map. It's just the Crew 2, the size of the map is just so huge. I would love that in a Forza game with the graphics, with the whole car list they have right now, which is actually the biggest in a racing game there is. So please, Forza, if you're making another Horizon, if you're making Horizon 5, please make a map. It doesn't have to be as big as Crew 2, but make it a little bit better. Or not better, bigger. Because as I've said, I only bought the game 2 days ago, and it feels like I've almost been on most of the places on the maps. There is nothing really to explore anymore. it just feels small when you play the Crew or the Crew 2. It feels small. It's just it doesn't feel quite enough. Maybe double the size of this map would be good. Kinda maybe get another city in there. Also maybe include a couple more landmarks, because you got Edinburgh with the castle and all that stuff. But still, why, if you're in the UK, why do you not include London or something like that? One more big city. You got Scotland, you got England, and also got Wales. You don't have to do Northern Ireland, but at least maybe do 3 or 2 bigger ones and 1 smaller one in areas like the Crew 2 does with England, Scotland, and Wales. When you're already doing a map like the UK, include a city in every area. Like you already did in Scotland, it could be Edinburgh. In Wales, it could be Cardiff. And of course in England, it probably would be London. That would be pretty nice to get a couple more landmarks to actually to get an orientation on the map, because that's the one thing also. Oh, and I'm flipping the car. I've never seen that before. But alright. The thing is, the map is kind of lacking landmarks. It's really not easy to navigate through the map. You only got the one big city with Edinburgh, and other than that, it's really difficult to kind of get a sense of direction where you are, where is all the other stuff compared to your current location. Do I have to go forward, backwards, left, right? It's kind of difficult. Of course, I haven't played the game as long, so the map isn't. I haven't really learned the map yet, but that's one thing. A couple more landmarks in the game would really improve the experience and would make navigating through the map without the help of Anna or the whole navigation at all a lot easier, and you could actually make it through the whole map in free run a lot easier. And yeah, now I qualified for the winter season.
Du hast dich für die Horizon Wintersaison qualifiziert.
Sorry.
Die Bedingungen und der Wettkampf werden erbarmungslos. Sitzbezüge aus Wolle und Wärmflaschen sind optional.
Yeah, let's go to make it snow. Yeah, that's one thing that is also weird. It puts you on the map, it puts the pointer down right there, and you press A, but it's not in the right location. You actually have to go up and onto the little icon, and then it actually, when you press A, it advances you out of the map. I don't know if that's what they want to have or if it's a bug, but it shouldn't be there. It should be instant. Okay, go there, hit A, okay, let's go. And not, okay, hit A, okay, why can't I get out of the map? Alright, I gotta go up. Just give a little tap on the little analog stick and then hit A, and then you get out of the map. It just complicates things. It makes it less enjoyable. And that's one thing that really should be fixed. I don't know if any other people have that problem, or if it is my game, something wrong with my installation or something, but I think it might be a bug. So I've already talked a lot about a couple of bugs I already found in the game, but still, it's a fun game. It's not a simulation, it's not iRacing, it's not Assetto Corsa, so all the little things don't matter that much, but still, it would be quite a lot better if you'd have a couple of the features. Especially, I really want to try and use this wheel here to try how it actually drives in a wheel with manual shifting and all that stuff, as I have my shifter right down here.
In 400 yards, links abbiegen.
Sorry guys, I got a really dry throat right now.
Links abbiegen.
But yeah, that's one thing I really want to try, and as I've said, I know that they are actually, or that the developers are working on a solution to the problem right now. There is a thread on the official Horizon 4 forums where they actually initially announced the multiple USB device support. But yeah, as you can imagine, a couple of people who have the same problem as I do are already complaining there that they announced multiple device support and now it doesn't work. So I hope the fix comes pretty soon, because I kind of want to do a video about how this game drives with an actual wheel pedals and shifter. Oh, sorry about the coughing here, guys.
Hallo Tobias. Willkommen im Winter. Ich stelle gerade unser Winterschaurennen zusammen. Wenn dir ein Fahrer mit etwas Erfahrung und jeder Menge Einfluss einfällt, sag mir Bescheid, ja?
Super, du bist in Runde 4 dabei. Es wurden neue Straßenrennveranstaltungen zu deinem Kalender hinzugefügt. Jetzt wird der Wettbewerb langsam heftig. Viel Erfolg!
And yeah, I don't know what happened to the music there. It should be a playlist. The link to it can be found down below. So yeah, that's not where I wanted to go. Not quite sure what happened there. Let's just go to the race.
Bei nächster Gelegenheit wenden.
There ain't no music in the background, or actually I can turn on the radio, and you can hear very slightly, but yeah, I think it doesn't really matter anyway. I might just talk the whole time, so it doesn't really matter anyway, but yeah. But where was I? I was with the multiple USB support, I think. Yeah, like I said, I really want to do a video on it. I think it might be actually pretty good to drive. I know it's an arcade game, or a simcade. It's not really a simulation, so it probably doesn't have the best driving physics ever in a game. But still, it would probably be a lot more fun than driving here with the little controller in my hands. So yeah, I hope the update with the wrong turn, with the new feature comes as soon as possible, and hopefully they fix a couple of the other small things that I've talked about. And yeah, maybe a little bit more yeah, that a little bit to give it kind of a little bit more of a grind on here, so it doesn't kind of sorry. The game doesn't really give you the feeling of accomplishment, really. with all the wheel spins and all that stuff, you're getting a lot of free cars, and when you're lucky and get a good wheel spin at the beginning of the game, you already have enough money to get a car like the Porsche 918 Spider like I do, which is the car I really wanted in this game, and I already got it on the second day of playing this game. So there is nothing really other than completing the whole game that really would make me play this game a lot longer anymore. So it would be nice to see a little bit more of that, to kind of get special events, to get some special edition cars or something like that you otherwise can't get, or things like that, and not just pumping you full with cars from the beginning with all the wheel spins, super wheel spins, and all that other stuff. So it would be, yeah, more of a feel of accomplishment of finishing the events, and also just not finishing the events, also being good at the events. So you get more of a reward for being in the top 3, and of course first gets more than second, more than third, and so on. So that's kind of what is missing in this game right now. As I've said before, that's one thing. I think with the whole reward thing, that's not something that you can fix in a patch or an update in an existing game. That is something for coming games of the Forza series. Sorry about that. With the car right there, that bump, I didn't want to do that. I kind of slid there. I'm not used to driving in the snow right now. But yeah, as I said, maybe giving it kind of a more of a yeah, I don't know how to say it, but to give you more of the feeling that you really want to play this game and you want to reach this one goal, and not, okay, I've driven in the game for 2 hours, I have finished 5 events, I got a wheel spin in which I got 500k like I did, for example, yesterday, and now I can go and buy my one car that I really want, have the best car, max it out on upgrades, and yeah, it is. Now I only have the events to finish, but in those it doesn't matter where I finish. So if you're not into the whole racing game and stuff, you probably don't want to come back to the game after a couple of hours, and I understand that. So I don't think that the game will have a lot of players on after a couple of maybe weeks, maybe it's 1 or 2 months, but the whole thing is not really, you don't have goals in it to kind of reach, to get the rewards for them, to kind of grind for them. It's just driving, and if you're having fun at driving a car, it's, well, you probably won't have bought the game if you're having fun driving, but you gotta be really enthusiastic, sorry, tongue breaker there, about racing game to keep them playing when you already have the car you really want and have driven it for an hour or longer, have done a couple of events in it, or just driven it around in free roam. So there has to be a solution to give it more of a, to have more goals in the game, to not just, okay, here you have 10 cars in the beginning with a couple of wheel spins, that you don't actually want. Because I have a couple of cars in my garage that I don't necessarily want or that will ever be used. Of course, you can auction them off in the auction house, but again, the game is just giving you money basically with the cars. And like I said, if you're lucky, you can buy your one car you really want, or the best car. I don't know if the 918 Spider is actually the best car in the game. I think it was in Horizon 3. It was really a little bit overpowered. I played that as well. So, if it is that overpowered again, I mean, I got the best car after probably playing 2 hours yesterday. So that's not what I want out of a racing game. So yeah, maybe there's something more to come in future updates to kind of with special edition cars. I think they did that in Horizon 3, I think. But after most of the hardcore players that actually continue playing the game after they finished all the events have already been through the game, so, or most people have been through the game, so it was only an update for the real hardcore players and didn't really get too many people to come back into the game. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what I was doing right there. I was just talking and driving. So yeah, I think there is room for improvement there for the game, and I think that's something that could actually be implemented in a patch or an update or something. So I hope they're doing it like that, and it will come. So, because I don't want to spend 60 bucks or more if you have paid for the Ultimate Edition, or I don't know what the other edition was. I think Premium Edition, to get only a couple of hours of fun out of a game. That's not a good investment in my opinion, if that's really the case. I want to play this game for a bit longer than just maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then I end up not playing it anymore because there's nothing in the game I can't achieve anymore. So I hope they add more stuff. I know I've been going on about that a bit now, but that's the thing that really frustrates me, and I think it might be a little bit extreme in my case, just because I got the 500k wheel spin on my actual first wheel spin in the game. So yeah, with that money I just could get the got the car that I wanted. I know I could have saved it up, but why save the money when you can get the car for a really, I gotta admit, I got a really good price on the car as well, because I got a fully upgraded 918 Spider with almost all of the ability points used on it for 700k in the auction house. And usually the car went for around 950k in the auction house. Brand new, it would have cost me 1,000,000 credits in the usual car shop. So I think I got double lucky there. First with the 500k wheel spin, and then with the really cheap price for a 918 Spider. But still, I was able to get the the car that I wanted within, I think it was a little over 2 hours. So I'd say within 3 hours of playing the game, and after probably doing 5 events, maybe 6. So not what I wanted out of my, or not the grind. I as you can tell, I like to grind in a racing game because I am a real fan of racing games. It might not be the casual gamer you attract with that kind of game, but you'd keep people around a lot longer in your game. So, Forza, I think wants to pursue the casual gamer with the games. I know it's probably with the bundle with the Xbox, so not only racing fans or car enthusiasts get the game or buy the bundle with the Xbox, but that also the casual gamer gets the bundle, gets the game, or buys the game without the bundle even, to try it out and have a little bit of fun out of it. But there should be different options in the game. I think there should be an option in the beginning of the game, or even during, like with the difficulty settings, that you can skip between casual gamer mode, where it is like it is right now, and a more enthusiast mode, so that you actually have to grind for stuff and have to win the events to get the most credits or the most followers and all that stuff to progress through the game and get the cars that you want. Of course, that would make the whole online part of the game a hell of a lot more difficult to implement, but it would cater to all levels of gamers. It would cater to the casual gamer, as they would have the game mode as it is right now. They would be happy with it and play the game for a little bit. They probably won't stick around the game as long anyway. And you would attract the enthusiasts, so they have a feel of accomplishment with grinding, getting their cars, getting their victories in the races, progressing through the festival and the whole game, and that it is actually an achievement to get through the game in this mode, and not only go to the event, drive as slow as you want around it. You can take, like I did right now, 2.5 minutes, but you could also do it in, I don't know, 2.5 weeks. It doesn't matter, you get the same stuff in the end anyway. So I think 2 modes would be a lot better, because yeah, like I said, it would just be for everybody. You have to choose what you want, if you want to have the grind in the enthusiastic mode, or if you want just the casual game where you just drive around. It doesn't matter how good you are in the race or the event or whatever it is.
Hier hast du es mit neuen Rennstandards auf sämtlichen Ebenen zu tun. Aber genau deshalb bist du natürlich hier.
And yeah, I think that should be something that the guys at Forza should actually look into. I think it would be really fun to have both these modes, because yeah, you have the bigger community with the casual drivers, but for a guy like me who really likes racing and wants to have a grind, to kind of have the feel of accomplishment in the game, or having to win, or at least come in a decent position in every event to progress, to finish the game, and to get the cars that you actually want. It will also be a lot more fun I mean, you can always play together. You just have to do kind of a lobbying style online with different modes and all that stuff. I don't know if this would be an option for them in the future, but I think it would be a way to go. And I mean, it's definitely something that you can implement in a software. That it's not that it isn't possible to put it in the game. It's a thing that they want to have one game for everyone, I think. But I don't think there will ever be a product that will satisfy the enthusiasts like I am, and a lot of other people are, and the casual gamer who wants totally different things out of a racing game, and just give them one game that everybody likes. I don't think that will ever happen. For me, that's impossible. I think there is no such thing, because everyone will always complain about it, something. So yeah, I'd love to see some developer to prove me wrong on that point. I would really love to see that game. But for right now, I can't think of any game that had everybody say, "Oh, that's a cool game," because there really hasn't been one. If you just take, I know it's a different series, but it's in the same. It's basically almost the same kind of game as Forza Horizon with the Crew. I think the Crew won with how you had to progress through the whole story and all that stuff. It was more of a game for the enthusiasts. So you actually had to finish high on the events. You had to get your I think it was points that you had to get, or you had actually to have a certain position in a race. Otherwise, you couldn't advance. You couldn't get any other cars. You couldn't get any money, and that was more of a game for the enthusiasts. And then in the Crew 2, it was more for casual gamers. It was, yeah, okay, it's choose what you want to do. You can't do about anything, and well, there's a wall. But to give the people more freedom means to open up the game too much. I think or at least they opened it up too much for enthusiasts, because they're, or at least for now, without the PvP events in there, you don't really have that sense of accomplishments in there. You can the cars are really easy to get, and yeah, it's not difficult to advance through the game, to finish the game. Not at all. It's not much of a grind. There was a lot more of a feeling of having done something in the Crew 1 when you went through the whole story. Of course, the story had, I personally think, was a really good story for a racing game. You had a really good backstory, why you're doing this and all that stuff, and not just, okay, you're at an event, you're a racer, just go first. No, you wanted to revenge your brother and all that stuff. It was really nice to see. It kind of reminded me of Yeah, kind of the older Need for Speed games. I really like the ones, kind of the Underground 2. Yeah, probably a little bit Most Wanted as well. Kind of these types of games. I really love these Need for Speed games. Yeah, kind of. I would say dislike. I wouldn't go as far as say hate the new games, but I dislike the new Need for Speed games because they don't have as good of a story and all that stuff anymore, and or that feel of progression, and for me, the Underground games and Most Wanted, and also Carbon, of course, are the best Need for Speed games there were, and I've probably played all of them until the Need for Speed game that came out in 2015. And yeah, I think after Carbon, or no, that's not true. I played the games after Carbon a lot as well, but I didn't enjoy it as much. But with the new ones, it just doesn't feel like Need for Speed anymore. It lacks some stuff, like I said. It lacks. Yeah, it lacks the story. It lacks the whole grind. It lacks. Yeah, again, the feel for accomplishment. It's that's the other theme of the stream right now. Complaining about racing games and not having a feel of accomplishment in them. But I think that's a huge problem right now with modern. Yeah, I call it simcade or arcade racing games. It's there should be oh shit. There should be at least an option in the game to put it in a different mode, or at least somebody, please, if any development team or anybody, probably not anyway, but if somebody is watching this stream or video, or however you get to see this footage or hear about it, please make a game again that you have to really be a good driver, that you have to progress through the game, that you have a grind in, and not just, yeah, here you go, have everything from the beginning, and just drive the best car from the beginning, and yeah, just race because, yeah, it's a racing game, so you race, but you got all the cars from the beginning anyway, or can get the cars pretty easy. Please make a game like this. It would be really a really good thing for, I think, most of the racing community, or the car enthusiasts, and all the guys, or also girls, of course, who are playing these types of games, or are really interested or enthusiastic, like I said before, about these type of games, to get them more of a feel of accomplishment to get. But please bring out a game that has this in it, to be, see, again, spin and probably getting a car. No, it's an emote, but still, there were a couple of cars on there. Probably I won't drive them anyway, but still, you get the cars thrown at you at every level you got. So, I don't know how many wheel spins I got. I think I got a couple more in here. Yeah, new car. Yeah, I got 4 more wheel spins I haven't used yet. Just use them right here. Let's see what I got. It's well, there it is. I got a 83 Golf GTI. I wouldn't have bought this car in the car dealership anyway, and another 75 grand, bringing me back up to about half a mil. And yeah, the Infiniti Q60 concept. Wouldn't have bought that car as well. Probably won't use it, but I got it. And a white t-shirt. That it would be cool if you got the wheel spins with only the clothing stuff, with the emotes and horns and maybe some other stuff that you might not need, but it doesn't really change the game at all. It doesn't change the progression, that you don't get the cars, you don't get the money. You have to earn the cars and the money through the game, through progressing to the game. You have to kind of manage what you spend in your money. If you're saving it to get a better car or a faster car later, or if you go, okay, I got enough money to go to the next best car and always progress through the game like this. So that keep the wheel spins, but don't put the important stuff in there. That would be kind of a better way of handling it if you want the wheel spins in there, just to keep the progression of the game the most important part of the game, and not dependent of just being lucky and getting a lucky wheel spin. But yeah, I think I've been going on for this for about an hour now, but that's just my thoughts of how you could improve the game more. Yeah, and so back to the actual game I've been doing so far. The races weren't that good that I've raced in. But yeah, talking while driving doesn't help on concentrating on how the races are going. That's one of the nice parts of the way the game handles all the rewards and stuff, that you can stream, talk about the stuff you don't like about the game or other stuff, and you don't have to concentrate on the racing. I know I think it was the first race that I did on this stream, I said that I always want to come first, and that's still a way to go, but at the end it's just a video game, and yeah, it doesn't matter where I come in. I just want to have fun, I just want to drive the cars right now. Yeah, just want to stream, kind of get my thoughts out of my head and kind of express them kind of publicly, with, I hope, the video getting a couple of more views than the live stream did over the whole course. But yeah, kind of giving my thoughts to the public, or whatever it is, or making it available to the public, if the public or you ever watch it or not. Or, well, if you're watching this, you're definitely watching it, but just want to give my thoughts on it and all that. While I'm, like I said before, I enjoy this game, but I enjoy it now because it's the third day that I'm driving it, but I think it'll take me about another 2 or 3 weeks, and there's nothing left in the game anymore, and I'll get bored of the game, and it's just not fun anymore. It's just getting more and more boring and all that, and then I'll probably won't play it anymore, and I have spent $60 on a game that lasted me for 3 weeks. So yeah, I kind of want more from a racing game, especially by a racing game like Forza, which I consider to be or not only I do, but a lot of people consider to be AAA games. So I want to get a little bit more out of the game than 3 weeks or maybe even less gameplay out of it. So yeah, I don't know how to say. It's fun for a short period of time, but I would love it to be because the game itself is really good. There's just nothing after a certain time that you can't accomplish anymore. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about, or what I've been talking about for the last hour or so. But I mean, it sounds like I'm just ranting about the game and I don't like the game, but like I said, I enjoy the game right now. The problem is I probably won't in 3 weeks time. So I hope there is an update for it that changes it. Sorry, my English isn't good today. That probably or hopefully changes it to a way that there is still stuff to do in the game or things to accomplish after going through all the events. But really, okay, my network. Okay. Well, now it's possible. There was a mistake in my network. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I hope the update comes soon, because as you can see, I'm progressing through the whole festival pretty fast. There are not that many events. There's a good amount of events. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the number of events that are in there, because you always can do them again in the blueprint with all your custom settings and all that stuff. And I think they have something in the plans like a create your own course, drive it off, make it public, set your checkpoints, and you get a lot of more races like that. But again, it doesn't give you that much. It just gives you more followers and more money that you probably don't need anymore at that point. Because I mean, there is not much point to earning any money. I think I probably earned only a little percentage of the money that I currently have or had that I actually won in races. Most of it came from, I think it was, yeah, most of it came from the wheel spins. So it's, to be honest, I think that Forza Horizon 4 is more of a gambling simulator, to put it harshly, than an actual racing game, because the luck that is involved in the wheel spins is a lot more important than how good you're actually in racing. It's just, can you get a good wheel spin out of it, and then, okay, yeah, just buy a car from it and drive around. It doesn't matter what you do with the car, but here you get the car, drive around in it, and the important part of the game are the wheel spins. So if there would be a way to make the wheel spins less important, like I said before, just include clothing, horns, emotes, and all that stuff that isn't important. Maybe even little special parts that are not better than the other parts that are available in the upgrade menu and stuff like that. Include that into the wheel spins, but don't include all the cars, high-end cars. Don't give out huge amounts of money or money at all in the wheel spins. I mean, you could do like 1k, 2k, 5k, maybe the highest one being 10k if you're getting really lucky. That wouldn't change the game too much, and also maybe increase the prices for the cars a little bit, because the most expensive car I found so far in the car dealer was, I think it actually was the 918 Spider, which cost 1,000,000 credits. I mean, I haven't looked at all the cars, but that's the most expensive one I've found so far. And as I've said, in the auction house, usually you can get good deals almost all the time to get it quite under the actual value, and the cars might actually be already upgraded in the auction house. So I think one way to go would probably be get rid of the auction house. I know it's a nice way to get money for cars that you don't want, but it makes it too easy to get cars you really want, and to get them too fast. So that's one thing I would probably get rid of at first. Then I would change the wheel spins, I would increase the prices of the cars, and also do a more tiered reward system in the races, and also get more of a feeling for progression. So for example, you can only drive a certain class of cars if you're that level. You can only get to the next level, and so on and so forth, and you can only drive the type of cars at the end in the last events, and then can go back in these cars and drive the first events again. And as you can see, I got a super wheel spin from that, and I got the Lambo LM 002. Another car I really don't want, or I mean, it's nice to have, but I wouldn't buy it in the car dealership. But still, I got the car. Yeah, it's...
Möchtest du dir ein paar Renndaten anschauen, deine Werte prüfen? Oder möchtest du lieber direkt mit Runde 6 weitermachen? Das dachte ich mir.
But yeah, where was I? Just don't include cars in the wheel spins. It would be much nicer to have to progress through all this stuff and just get the stuff through the progression, to have to race for cars, get the best cars if you're doing good in the events. But that's the point of view of a car enthusiast and a racing game enthusiast. So it might not apply to everybody. I know that's probably the way that most casual gamers enjoy. But yeah, as I've said, just include the option to be able to go with all the other kinds of gamers. So casual gamer has a different, not a different game, but a different way to play the game compared to somebody like me who really likes to grind, kind of wants a feel of accomplishment, again that word, but sorry, but it's just what it is in this kind of game. And but yeah, I think that's enough for my rant right now, and enough for the game. I don't think there was anybody watching at some point in this stream, so I don't have to thank you for watching the stream. But thanks for watching the video if you're watching it back. And if you like what I'm talking about, and if you like my videos, of course, make sure to check out my other videos as well to see what I'm doing as well. But I would really like if you sorry, I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel, leave a like, hit the notification bell, and all that stuff. I kind of want to grow my subscription base a little bit, so if you could hit that button, I would really appreciate it. But for now, that's all. I hope you check out my next videos as well. But until then, bye.